Hey everyone, how is it going? Going to be talking about something a little bit different today. Going to be talking about some lost media. So I've been getting pretty heavily back into the Doctor Who TCGs lately, all of the things that I started collecting when they first came out and never finished them, and the phrases Doctor Who and lost media pretty much go hand in hand. The hunt for the missing Doctor Who episodes is basically one of the biggest searches that have ever happened in lost media, and it's been going on since the 70s. Like, there are actual books that have been written about the Doctor Who missing episodes, and I think even people who aren't fans of Doctor Who would be willing to admit that the 10th Planet Part 4 is probably one of the most significant episodes of television that's still missing. But this is not a channel about TV shows, this is a channel about trading card games. So we're going to be talking a little bit about Doctor Who Monster Invasion. So Monster Invasion was kind of the big follow-up to Battles in Time, which I'm sure you've seen me do videos on recently. There was another set in between called Alien Armies. We don't need to worry about that right now. It was pretty different. Monster Invasion felt like more of a successor to Battles in Time. Now, I'm sure you're thinking, Dan, how can trading cards come under lost media? They're physical objects. Surely you could say, there are cards where no copies have popped up in the open market, but they don't count as lost media. And while it'd be right that cards themselves can't really count as lost media, things tied very closely to the cards can be. So we're going to be talking about the Monster Invasion website, a website that is now no longer available online. So thanks to the great resource, the Internet Archive, we can still see quite a lot of what this website looked like. A lot of the pages are still there. But the most significant part of this website, the TARDIS, is not there. That is because, sadly, it ran on Adobe Flash, and as I'm sure you know, nothing runs on Adobe Flash anymore. So, why was this part of the website so significant, and why is it tied so closely to the cards in a way that the rest of the website isn't? Well, let's take a look at one of the cards. So, here we have the TARDIS. This is actually the TARDIS from the test set of Monster Invasion, which is the kind of mini set that they release out before they put the main set in stores, so very limited release on this one. But anyway, the things that are important, we have a code down here in the bottom. So every single copy of this card is going to have a different code. In fact, across all rares and super rares within the game, there are no duplicate codes. You have to put the code in and claim it as part of your collection online. That is what the TARDIS mainly was on a website, it was a checklist. You could tick off all of the cards that you had. Now, commons and ultra rares you could just click on and say that you had them, but rares and super rares you had to put in a code. That is because the website also had some games on them, and putting in these codes and saying that you had the cards would unlock different items and different upgrades within the games. Obviously, in addition to the TARDIS, the games are missing too, because they were all Flash games. You'll notice it also says you unlock your 3D TARDIS. So the most interesting part of these super rare cards are the backs. So this code here, this block, if you were on the TARDIS, on the website, you've entered the code to get your card, you could click on to say, view the 3D card, and you would hold this up to your webcam, and it would show a 3D model of whatever was on the card. So if you showed this one, you'd get the TARDIS, and you could make it do different animations, stuff like that. And that is what the lost media is. We have lost these animations. We have lost what this is meant to mean from the cards. So, of course, I hate us losing anything to do with trading cards, which is why I started digging into this. So I was pretty desperate to see if I could find any record, anything to show what this TARDIS section looked like. I basically started with YouTube, started by just searching for Monster Invasion videos, but as I'm sure you can expect, the time that it was released and the kind of level that YouTube was at generally, there are a lot of people doing it, and there are a lot of people quite famous from it already, but the majority of people weren't doing it to that high quality. Honestly, probably about 95% of the videos I found were just recorded on very old phones, very basic cameras, and were just one or two pack openings. No one was screen recording websites at that time. Especially when you remember that the target audience and a significant portion of the market for Monster Invasion were younger kids, so not too many people were even making videos on this at all. It was starting to feel like there were just going to be no videos of these 3D cards or anything in action, and then I found this video from Adam Holland, which does show some very good stuff. We'll look through it in a moment. So as it turns out, Adam was actually one of the designers and creators behind the Monster Invasion website, so he had some footage of the website playing out because he was using it in basically a showreel. His YouTube channel is kind of a showreel of everything he's done, so he has that, and he actually shows off some of the games from the Monster Invasion website too. So let's jump in and let's take a look at his video. So we see here on the website, Adam's gone onto the TARDIS tab. This is going to bring up an online checklist, and this shows every single card from the first set of the game. As you can see, clicking on them, it allows you to say, do you have this card, yes or no? He's going to click yes on a couple, and you'll see it adds them to his collection. The commons and the rares you can just click on. He's now gone through and added a lot more. The locked ones are the rares and super rares that have those codes. So he goes to Super Rare 3D, and as you can see, there's a little View 3D button. So he's going to open this up, and he's just using a piece of paper, I'm assuming, because, you know, he was just a developer. He didn't actually own the cards yet, so he must have been given these to create it and show how it worked. So you can see here, he's looking at the Supreme Dalek. It shows up in 3D when you put that code on the webcam, and it has 3 different actions. Moves on to the Sontarans, and again we have a few different actions here. So, we do at least have some footage of what that looked like, and it showed off the animation for 2 of the different super rare cards from the first set. I'll put a link to Adam's channel in the description so you can go and look at the video again if you need to, or if you want to go and look at his recorded footage of some of the gameplay from some of the games on there, you can take a look at those too. And that is how trading cards can be lost media, because we have a lot of cards which have something printed on them that is supposed to do something, and just straight up doesn't do it anymore. I will say, I did try to search YouTube as thoroughly as I could, but if you manage to find any other videos or anything, even screenshots on other websites and stuff, of what these 3D models and their animations look like, please get in touch, let me know. I would love to try and compile something together to try and show off all of them if we can. It would be just amazing to find that. Anyway, that will be it from me for today. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this one. It is pretty different to what I would normally do. Certainly let me know in the comments whether you enjoyed it or not. And of course, I will be back again very soon with more videos. We'll have some more Pokemon. There is more Doctor Who coming. Very excited about that. As I say, I'm on a huge Doctor Who TCG kick right now, so I'm just riding that wave. But however you felt about this one, I do hope you stick around for some more videos, and I'll see you then.
Thanks for watching. Check out some more videos right here.
And don't forget to subscribe for more awesome content from DJ Gigabyte.
Gotta catch 'em all!